I'm gonna be relying on Corey Davis. Like, man, I feel bad for that guy, man. Like, his fucking brother died a couple days ago, and he's playing tonight. Like, wait here. Let's answer.
Oh, are we live now? Oh shit. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, well, we just had it live like 15 seconds ago, but
What
yeah,
is Papa Lapri is instantly in here. Jesus,
I'd love to see it. Look at him. Full PPR, Dallas Goedert against the Giants or Johnny Smith tonight. Elbow cough, elbow cough.
I have Dallas Goedert one spot higher.
Yeah. Again, I'm still tinkering with my rankings, but I would take Dallas Goedert there personally. The thing with Jonnu that's been scaring me is again the snaps are there, the usage in the overall offense is there, but in terms of the targets, they just haven't been. Until I can see him get back.
Oh, you're lagging, my dude.
Trust him for and tight end one, which is tight end or touchdown dependent. But I mean, he's going to be better than a lot of options at the tight end position. Just Dallas Goedert is one of them in a full PPR, especially that I would prefer.
Okay, you're fine now. You were cutting out there for a second.
Yeah, I noticed that's why I stopped talking for a second there. Can you hear me well? Like, am I okay now?
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, I wonder why the internet's like that right now. What's up, Spicy Tot? Yvette, Anderson, AB, Claypool, or Samuel. Oh, you need one. Wow. So I would go with Robbie Anderson there for you, Yvette.
Against Tampa?
I mean, I trust the overall target volume in that.
What I don't trust is Russell Okung probably not playing in that game. Not ideal. And their interior got bullied by they play last week? Kansas City. Chris Jones and their interior of the Chiefs defensive line just absolutely romp and stomp them. If we had Vita Vea, it'd be a completely different story right now. But I don't think they're going to get a whole lot going downfield. I think this is going to probably be not a blowout, but I don't think it's going to be all that close, never in doubt kind of game. And I think the Panthers are probably going to have to play catch up. And I don't think Robbie Anderson's going to do too well. I think Carlton's probably going to be on him, and he's been really good. And teams don't throw at him too. So
it's fair. I'm just looking at it in terms of overall usage in the offense. I mean, Robbie, like, for example, if they don't have enough time to realistically get a downfield type offense to target a guy like DJ Moore, I do think a guy who has been really good in terms of like around the line of scrimmage.
I think it's going to be another Curtis Samuel game, man. He's got SMB and like he's going up against SMB. I don't think SMB has not been good. I think he's been targeted like 48 times, allowed like 44 catches. It's been bad. Yeah, it's been bad. I think Curtis Samuel's going to go off again.
At least it's not Anthony Brown.
Yeah. Oh, I looked. Did you see what I tweeted out? Todd Bowles said that he's happy with Devin White's coverage and teams aren't throwing at him because of it. And I went on PFF. I'm like, there's no fucking way that's true, right? I go on PFF and I check out Devin White's coverage stats. Listen to what I found.
Yeah, 32 grade or something like that. I told you that.
Yeah, not just the grade, like his actual statistics, because the grade's subjective to PFF's grading system, right? The statistics say second most targeted player on the Bucs. So he said he's not targeted a lot. He's the second most targeted player on the Bucs. Allowing a 120.8 quarterback rating in coverage, 73rd out of 91 linebackers right now, and 54 targets, 47 catches, 462, and 3 touchdowns.
Now I want to see what Jalen Smith is.
He's worse. He's worse. He's one of the worst ones.
I was going to say, because Jalen Smith is probably the worst coverage linebacker I have ever laid my eyes on. Like
apparently, Blake Martinez is like in the top 10 in coverage.
Really?
Quarterback. Yeah.
Good for him. Like he good for him. I'm happy for him because
the Giants defense low key has actually been pretty good.
Yeah, no, I know. It's funny. No problem, Papa Lapri. Appreciate the support every single live stream.
You're here every time.
Hey, just incredible. How's it going, guys? Pretty well. Got a haircut today. A little tired, but yeah, I'm gonna have a lot riding on this matchup tonight for my main money league. I'm currently 5-4. The guy I'm playing is 5-4, so it's a big play-in type scenario with a few weeks left in the season. On my end, I have Jonathan Taylor, Corey Davis, and who else I have? No, I have Jonathan Taylor and Corey Davis. On his end, he has Derrick Henry, AJ Brown, and one other person. Either way. Oh, and Ryan Tannehill. So, like, it's going to be a huge tilt of the matchup pending what happens tonight. So I'm definitely curious to see. Again, I know as a JT owner,
just one thing I want to say real quick. If you don't put Corey Davis in your MVP slot, you're doing it wrong because he's going to go off.
No, he is. And I'm like, obviously we know partially the reason why, but I mean, even before that, what happened with his brother and like playing through that, like he always had a good matchup in this game, in my opinion, because the one way you could realistically kind of beat the Colts defense would be at the receiver position. Because I mean, your running back's not doing anything against that defense. We've seen it multiple times. Their run defense is just so elite. It's like it's insane. And going into the season, I mean, we expect them to be pretty good against the run. We didn't expect.
Buckner's been awesome, man.
Yeah. Oh, in my opinion, he may be the third. I mean, if you want to argue Chris Jones, I can understand that, but he's probably the third best defensive tackle in the league, in my opinion.
Well, Aaron Donald's in a class of his own. He's like no one's even close to him.
Easily.
According to PFF grades, Vita Vea was actually the second highest graded D tackle on the season. I saw them tweet that out today, and I was like, oh man, we could use him so bad. Our defense is so much worse without Vita Vea, dude. Like we can't rush 4 without him.
That's fair. Yeah, talking about having a defense that really just struggles in general. We're talking about
your defense sucks. We get it.
I will say though, I am so sad that Trayvon Diggs is going to miss the rest of the season because although I understand first 6 or so weeks, he wasn't good. He wasn't good at all. These past 3 games, I don't know what happened. He's really been turning
bad teams. That's what happened.
I don't know, man. I don't even think that's it. Pittsburgh
low-key is like 22nd in passing offense.
Fair. Oh, wow. We got a nice little $5 super chat. Appreciate that from Stephen Drake. We'll get back to the other questions after.
$4.99, Danny. Don't round up.
My bad. Okay. What's up, fellas? Need 2 and a full PPR. Kirk, Mooney, John Brown, Zach Moss. Also, how do you feel about Balaj this week? But let me just go through right there.
I think Kirk is definitely one of the guys.
I was going to say the ones that I like the most out of those would probably end up being Kirk, Rager, and Moss, personally for me. Moss versus Mooney is close.
So you need 2 and a flex. So I'm saying I think he needs 2 receivers in the flex, right?
Yeah, that's what I was assuming there.
I like Kirk. I like Kirk, Brown, and Moss. I like John Brown better than Mooney.
Really?
Yeah. Dude, so the game against the Cardinals is supposed to be the highest paced game of the week. Second highest paced Arizona Cardinals and 8th highest paced Buffalo Bills. Plus, I mean, Patrick Peterson isn't very good anymore, but teams still tend not to throw at him, and Diggs will be on Patrick Peterson, so John Brown could see a lot of targets as a result of that.
That's fair. Man, I feel like this is the regular game. I talked about it all week on the waiver wire show. We saw that first game back coming off that injury. Obviously, he's been kind of banged up all year. First game back, 24% target share with Carson Wentz, ended up receiving a touchdown. I do think in a more favorable match.
You want to talk about target share? Didn't John Brown catch like 9 balls last week?
Oh, yeah, 8 for 99. No, I know that. But I'm saying, like, overall, even though he was subjected to one of the worst situations in his first game back, for whatever reason, the Eagles looked abysmal on offense against the Cowboys. I don't know what that was. Carson Wentz looked terrible. I do think that the offense, Carson Wentz, can step it back up to what we expect to see from Carson Wentz. And if that's the case, if he's able to hold even a 20% type market share on this team and an offense that is depleted of weapons, like, I think Rager could be realistically be a low end wide receiver 2, high end wide receiver 3 the rest of the season. Like the opportunity is there for him to be able to do so. And he's a player, in my opinion, even on 6-7 targets a game, he can give you a good, efficient baseline just because of the type of player he is.
Yeah, I think the Eagles are going to run away with that division. I think
they have to,
because with Goddard coming back now, with Rager coming back, with Fulgham emerging, with Sanders coming back, the offense is going to be so much better than it was. And the defense was playing pretty well the whole time, keeping them in games. But like Wentz hasn't had weapons to throw to since like 2018.
No, I know. Fulgham has looked amazing. I do think that Rager
coming back too, actually.
Yeah, and Goddard's getting healthy. Like they got a good basis ending up coming back for the team. So, yeah. Anyways, for the question for the start sit, I would personally prefer myself, Kirk, Rager, and Moss. Bush would go with Kirk, John, and Zach Moss there.
And I don't think Kalen Balaj is anything this week. The Chargers running back to own is probably Troy Pope, and then after that it would probably be Josh Kelly. So I'm not. I think if Pope plays, then Balaj is not usable.
That's what I was about to say. It all depends. I believe he's getting tested again for his concussion before Sunday. He didn't practice today. I think he's getting tested again, I believe, tomorrow. Again, don't quote me.
Concussion protocol is a matter of just clearing it. So he doesn't have to practice or anything. Like he could clear it Saturday night.
Yeah. Like if Pope gets ruled in for this game, I'm telling you right now, he's probably going to be a high-end RB3 for me simply because of passing game usage. I mean, we've seen the running back in the Chargers offense gets absolutely pummeled with targets. Pummeled. I mean, Justin Jackson was easily the
makes me so sad that Austin Eckler is not healthy right now.
With Austin Eckler hurt, like I mentioned multiple times, like Justin Jackson was the efficient receiving talent out of the backfield for this team. Even when he went down, they were still throwing it to the running back, despite only having like Troy May Pope, Josh Kelly.
Isn't that funny how everyone's concerned was that they're not going to throw to the running back, and that's all they do, no matter Eckler's there or not?
For real. So, I appreciate that $4.99 super chat, and we will get back up into
spicy hot tacos question.
Sorry, I didn't even notice that. I have a couple questions for this week. I am 7-2 and want to keep this 5-win streak. Wow. Okay, lay it on us, man. We're ready.
Wish I had a 5-game win streak. I actually would if I didn't get mapped by Robert Woods' fumble and that other bullshit play that I talked about 2 weeks ago. I won this past week though, so that's all that matters.
That's tough.
The Milwaukee Bucks, they're gonna lose Giannis Antetokounmpo. I don't know what Milwaukee's not.
Speaking of basketball, did you hear apparently the Lakers are trying to move for DeMar DeRozan?
Dude, the basketball is the dumbest sport ever. I swear to God. Everyone just chills at everyone. It's like everyone going to different people's houses with the way people switch teams. Like it's the dumbest thing ever. Like just stick to a team for more than a year and a half.
Apparently the favorite for Russell Westbrook is like the Charlotte Hornets right now.
Like that doesn't make any sense. Like who is the last player? Like I'm thinking Dirk Nowitzki is the only player I can think of that was like on a team like his whole career.
Oh, I know. Like, yeah.
Oh, buddy, you are skipping right now.
I don't know. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's all good. I'll deal with the question here. All right, Shepard, Myers, Edmonds, Kirk, pick one. I would go with Chase Edmonds there. I think. Yeah. I mean, it's probably just recency bias. If you like, he got 28 touches. Like, and Kenyon Drake is not going to play in this game. He's just starting to practice now. Maybe Kenyon Drake's back next week, but Chase Edmonds he's not on your bench if you have him this week.
Yeah, no, I fully agree. Again, even if Kenyon Drake gets ruled into this game, like Chase Edmonds is going to, but saying even if he did, I still think that Chase Edmonds is going to be the back to own for this week because you're not just going to rush a guy off that injury when you have a much better overall capable running back situation than a majority of other teams losing their starting running back. Like Chase Edmonds could be the starter on probably 10 different teams in the NFL, maybe. Would you say he's a top 25 or so running back?
He'd be the best running back on Tampa, I can tell you that.
Yeah. So I mean, I just don't see a way, like, realistically, they would just rush Drake back and take a bunch of work from Chase Edmonds. And even if they did take work, you're getting this guy 15 touches per game. He's going to be at his most efficient at that certain point. Obviously, you want to see more overall touches, but Chase Edmonds is the type of guy where on any given carry, he can absolutely bust out a huge gain. So I would still go with Chase Edmonds regardless of the situation with Kenyon Drake for me personally. Let's get into Justin. So I start Jonnu tonight. I don't have any options with Hurst on bye. I'm fine with starting Jonnu. Again, like, tight end is such a yucky, gross position. Yes, Jonnu can bust for you tonight. I fully understand.
Jonnu played 52 of 55 snaps for the Titans last week. He's fine. He gets his normal usage. He runs his he ran 20 routes, which is exactly the same amount of routes that AJ Brown ran.
Yeah.
He just didn't get thrown the ball. Like, it's pretty much what it comes down to. We're learning that Jonnu Smith doesn't have a high floor, but we know what his ceiling is on a week-over-week basis. He can take a 75-yard screen pass to the house. Or he gets so much usage in the red zone, too. He could just get 2 red zone targets and 2 touchdowns.
At a position that just has no floor whatsoever in the tight end position, like, realistically, if you don't have one of the if you don't have one of like the top 5 or so tight ends in fantasy football, everybody else has like a non-existent floor. So give me a guy in Jonnu Smith who on any given target, any given catch can absolutely flip the nature of your fantasy football matchup. So I'm definitely fine with starting Jonnu tonight.
Yeah.
Pretty close in projections against the guy I'm facing, but these are my questions. Goff or Lamar, Jefferson or Dobbins, and Hunter Henry or Irv Smith Jr. So for the first one, I love Goff matchup. Don't get me wrong. I'm still going with Lamar Jackson here, man.
Yeah, I would as well, because we've seen Goff's ceiling is more like a Kirk Cousins ceiling. It's like a 250 and 3 touchdowns max is what you're going to get out of Jared Goff. We know what Lamar's ceiling is. His ceiling can win you a week. He could rush for 100 yards and have 2 rushing touchdowns and a passing touchdown or something. That's like a 35-point week.
Yeah, no, I fully agree there. And then he goes after that and says Justin Jefferson, I believe that is, or J.K. Dobbins.
So Mark Ingram is expected to play in this game. So that's going to make me go with Justin Jefferson. I think I still probably would have went with Jefferson anyway. But J.K. Dobbins, if Mark Ingram plays, is still probably the running back I want to start, because Mark Ingram's probably not going to get that much of a role. But, I mean, we've seen John Harbaugh and Greg Roman do what they've done. They use a running back by committee. They're probably, as soon as Ingram's back, they don't give a fuck that he's the most inefficient running back on the team, probably. We always assume rational coaching. Oh, they can just they can tell that J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards are better. It's like they probably know that they are better, but they probably want to also keep him fresh. So I'm going to imagine when Ingram is back and fully healthy, he's going to get his normal like 40% of snaps.
By the way, did you hear this too? Like during the bye week. So Sean McVay, like talking about like situations as to like why rookie running backs aren't getting like bigger workloads. We all know Cam Akers, in my opinion, in your opinion, is the most. I think we can agree that, right?
Sorry, you cut out.
Cam Akers is the most talented running back on the Rams. We can agree to that on a pure talent basis.
That, dude.
Really? Yeah.
Playing well. Darrell Henderson has the highest PFF grade of any like second-year player in the NFL. I'm pretty sure. He's like a 91 PFF grade.
Okay, fair then. But the reason why I say that,
I agree. He's Cam Akers, if nothing else, is better than Malcolm Brown.
Yeah. The reason why I said that is apparently Sean McVay was asked during the bye week, like why Cam Akers isn't getting more opportunities, because he had a 10-touch, good-looking day last week. And Sean McVay basically said, we love what Cam Akers can do for us on the ball, but until he improves his off-the-ball ability, he's not getting more playing time. That's what he said.
I tweeted that. I tweeted out that thing where I was like, this is why these running backs are struggling to get locking down their backfields, and this is why these running backs are starting to do it. It was J.K. Dobbins, Zach Moss, James Robinson, and DeAndre Swift were like the 4 highest graded pass protection running backs on their in the class. And then Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Jonathan Taylor, and Cam Akers were like horrible in pass protection. Yeah,
I mean, it goes to show you that although you want the talent,
yeah, buddy, you are skipping nuts right now.
I don't know what's going on right now.
Can you guys hear him just fine, because he's skipping on me?
Probably too.
Yeah, I can't hear you, dude.
Here.
Nope. Danny, are you able to like make me the leader of the stream and then you rejoin it or something? Okay, there we go. All right, I'll until Danny gets back here, I'll take some of these questions. Okay, oh, there he is.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you now. You gotta I don't know what, if someone's downloading Netflix movies or some shit in your house.
Bro,
but
it's probably my tenant on his PS5 right now.
Probably.
Fuck's sakes. Whatever. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Anyways,
right.
This might happen every now and then, but whatever. Man. To get into the last part of the question, Hunter Henry or Irv Smith Jr. Hunter Henry can sit his fucking ass on my bench. Like, I don't give a fuck about that guy anymore. He is just he's nothing. He's nothing. Give me at least the upside that Irv Smith has. I don't want any further.
I mean, Irv Smith is a huge risk. I guess so is Hunter Henry's not like the safest guy in the world. I guess I see your point with Irv Smith, but it's a tough matchup though. Against the Bears, I don't really want to start Irv Smith, to be honest. I think I would go Hunter Henry there.
I think out of all options on the field, though, realistically, he would have the best matchup. Because, I mean, Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen would be going off against Kendall Fuller and Jalen Johnson. So
yeah. It's not great overall, though, for the passing game in general, right? And Kirk Cousins is going to be under pressure, and Kirk Cousins sucks under pressure. So,
man, hopefully that doesn't happen again. Someone just dropped Johnny Smith. I have Andrew. Should I pick him up and drop Irv Smith Jr.? Yes. You start Andrews this week though, but you definitely stash.
Yeah, Johnny's a better stash than Irv.
Yeah, agreed. Let me see. I
also have AJ Brown in my big money league. I have him going tonight, so I'll.
I have AJ Brown in one of my home leagues, and I'm going against AJ Brown in the other home league. So I am at such a crossroads right now. It's sickening. And then in the league where I'm facing AJ Brown, I have Corey Davis. So someone's getting cucked there. There's no other way. The guy has AJ Brown and Derrick Henry, and then I have Corey Davis. That's just going to be such a fucked up situation to have to go through tonight.
But it's Thursday Night Football, so you could see Corey Davis go off and those other two guys be shit.
150 and 2 touchdowns. Corey Davis, the boy. Set your showdown lineups.
I already have him in my MVP slot.
Let's get it, Jared. Thoughts on the Packers not trading for Will Fuller? I'm a Packers fan. I'm furious with them for not trying to trade for an inside linebacker or a wide receiver. First of all, I mean, you guys should have drafted both those positions. It was a strong, in particular receivers, but it was a strong position or class, in my opinion, for both those positions. If you ended up with a Willie Gay at the end of the second round,
I think they would have picked Kenneth Murray had the Chargers not traded up for him at the end of the first. But I mean, they also picked a quarterback there, so I have no idea. Their team would be so much better right now if they had Kenneth Murray at the first round pick, and then they picked Chase Claypool in the second round or something.
Or even Patrick Queen, bro. Patrick Queen
was off the. Or no, was Patrick Queen off the board then?
Nope. Patrick Queen got picked after them. So you take Patrick Queen at the end of the first round, and then at the end of the second round, instead of taking a third string running back, who, in my opinion, I didn't even like AJ Dillon in college. You took him in the second round to be your third string running back.
I like AJ Dillon.
I know you did, but even if you take who would have been off the board in the third round this year? We're good.
What receivers? Didn't hear what you said. Anyway,
can you?
Yeah, you gotta chill on your downloads, dude.
It's not me. It's not me.
Okay, here. Let me leave the studio and join back. Maybe it's me.
No, I'm saying. Okay. I'll answer a few questions while we're waiting. Noah Fant or Trey Burton, leaning towards Fant since he was. Oh, here. By the way, yeah, I think it's a stupid decision by them, for the record. Noah Fant or Trey Burton, leaning towards Fant since he was designated healthy today. Yeah, I definitely go with Fant over Burton. Should we be good now?
Yeah. I mean,
I think it was me, but I don't know.
It definitely was you, because your picture was lagging out too. It wasn't just your sound.
I don't know what the fuck.
Okay, let's rip through as many questions as we can while your picture
before this crashes
right now.
Yeah, Packers should draft. Yep, there you go. Just
100%.
Love you too. If you don't know,
if we're such losers, why is your dad asking us for fantasy advice?
he needs to beat Nick.
Yeah,
Boyd,
exactly.
Woods, or Mixon. Well, first of all, I think Mixon's gonna end up missing this game again, man. What we're hearing from Mixon is just not something that.
You go on robot again, dog. All right, I'll just talk about Mixon here. Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon is he's not practicing still. It's been, I don't know, 3-4 weeks since he had that foot injury, and he still isn't practicing. That is not good news. I traded Joe Mixon away off of that foot injury in a package for Alvin Kamara, and the Joe Mixon owner actually came at me and he's like, dude, are you kidding me? I haven't been able to use Joe Mixon. He's probably going to be out again this week. Again, you know the drill. If Joe Mixon is out again, you have to start Gio Bernard. And I mean, if you own Joe Mixon, you need to have Gio Bernard on your team.
Yeah, I agree fully there. And talking about Mixon, Yeah, I told you the move I made in my keeper league to upgrade my keeper from Mixon to Kamara. I ended up giving up Mixon, Diggs, and Juju Smith-Schuster for Alvin Kamara, and now the guy might be without fucking Mixon this week. Like, I feel bad, but like, I got Alvin Kamara, baby. I might shift some mid-round picks for maybe receivers to develop my team a little more because I still think it's a little weak from a depth perspective. But if I can build around Kamara, you have a chance to win on any given week. Like, this guy's ceiling is like 37.
That's why I traded Mixon for him too.
And absolutely. Like last week, I had 3 players combined for 2.4 points. Running back Justin Jackson got hurt. David Johnson and Jonathan Taylor had like 8. So the running backs combined for 9.5, and I also had Jordan Reed who had like 0.5 of a point, or where the fuck that was. And Alvin Kamara on a week-to-week basis. So my 3 running backs combined for 9.5 points because of obviously the injuries and stuff. Alvin Kamara on a week-to-week basis basically gives you a baseline of triple that. Like, just think about that.
Pretty much. And Joe Mixon's floor is like Alvin Kamara's floor is like Joe Mixon's ceiling.
Yeah, so facts. Other than the 39-point week. That's the
other than that, but normally on a normal week, a good Joe Mixon game is like 17, 18 points.
Yeah.
And that's Kamara's floor. So
I agree. Javon says, hey guys, what's up, Javon? Nice seeing you. Should I play Edmonds, or my other options are?
I would play Edmonds over both of those guys.
Agreed. Should I trade CMC? Depends like the type of package that you'd be getting back from. But if you need wins right now, I don't mind the aspect of moving a CMC. Like, if the Henry owner is
I'm pretty sure Bilal asked this question in a comment to another video, and I'm pretty sure he said he was 7-2. So I wouldn't at that point.
Yeah, at that point I would hold him. I was gonna say if you were like 5-4 and
you're in
Henry
6th
owner
place in the league or something like that.
The Derrick Henry owner is like 7-2 and he's lapping people, and you can get like maybe even. Would you do Henry straight up?
Yeah. Oh, easily. Yeah. I would easily do Henry straight up.
Yeah. So
for the playoff schedule alone, yeah, I would do CMC for Henry.
Yeah. So I mean, like, if you need wins right now, but if you're 7-2, you have the depth deal to pay for it. I don't mind keeping CMC in that situation because again, he's going to be out this week, and he still also has his week 13 bye, so you got to keep that in mind. But yeah, if you're 7-2, I'm fine with keeping him there.
Yeah, none of those are good options, Justin. So I'll go with Singletary, I guess, but I don't really like any of those options.
Yeah, not to mention, I mean, we don't even know if Kalen Ballage is going to be activated to the roster by game time.
Yeah, if Troy Maine Pope is on your waiver wire or Rex Burkhead is on your waiver wire, because if Damian Harris is out, Rex Burkhead and James White are both like top 30 running backs in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I agree. Where are we at?
Yeah, go to the next question there. Ingram, Goddard, Hurst, Fant, rest of the season. Okay, so in that order, I'm going to go with Noah Fant is first there because Albert O tore his ACL. I think Noah Fant is going to be like just not a workhorse tight end. It doesn't really exist, but like he's going to play the most snaps. He's going to get the most targets, and Drew Lock has shown he loves targeting that position. And then after that, I'll probably go with Goddard second because Ertz is going to come back at some point. That's why I wouldn't have said Goddard was first over Fant. And then I'll say Hurst over Ingram just because Evan Ingram is playing better now, but he's still really not that good. So I'll go with Hayden Hurst over him.
The clear ones for me are going to be Fant first and Ingram last. Man, Hurst versus Goddard is actually like a good discussion in my opinion.
You're lagging again, dog. Just click the next question. I'll go to the next one. Okay, just click the next question.
My hand. Can you hear me?
Yeah, no, I can hear you now, but I'll do the majority.
Man, I just busted my fucking hand off my desk because this shit's so like annoying. But here, let me just quickly say this because like now I need to say this because now I'm pissed the fuck off. What the fuck is this connection right now? Are you kidding me? You can't hold the simple fucking live stream.
All right. Just keep running through the questions. I'll give the majority of the answers. You just keep your answers short so it's not on a long tangent or whatever. right.
By the way, I'd probably keep the similar order to you there, but I can understand if you wanted a quote unquote safer floor. Hurst is probably a safer option, but I do think Goddard's ceiling with Wentz is going to be like really, really high. So I'd probably take him over Hurst, but they're close.
Okay, who should I start? Michael Thomas, Chase Claypool, Marquise Brown, Antonio Brown, and Justin Jefferson. I can place 3 wide receivers. Okay, so Michael Thomas, you definitely start him. I would say you probably definitely start Chase Claypool as well. Antonio Brown and Justin Jefferson you're not starting Marquise Brown. He's definitely not one of those guys. Antonio Brown and Justin Jefferson are my last 2 options. I would say Justin Jefferson normally, but Justin Jefferson goes up against the Bears, who have been really stingy against fantasy wide receivers. I think I'd go Antonio Brown there. Like it might be a little risky because Justin Jefferson is safer probably in terms of his his target volume and the amount of snaps and stuff he's going to play. But I'll go with Antonio Brown just because I don't expect the Vikings passing game to have like a huge day against the Bears corners.
Yeah, no, I agree there to a degree. I'd probably still go with Jefferson because on the flip side, Antonio Brown, I know Antonio Brown doesn't really matter what his matchup is, but the Panthers.
No, it doesn't. I think it's more about the fact that I think the Bucs are going to score a lot of points.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. So I mean, if you're going for the upside there, I like Brown. If you're going for the usage, I do think that Justin Jefferson's going to be able to get more targets in general, and they won't be as efficient because again, the Bears are very stingy from that end. But it might cut it out again.
No, you're good.
Okay, thank God. But
all right.
I personally would go with Thomas, Claypool, and Jefferson, but I can see the upside play of Brown there.
Okay. Lock or Breeze? Drew Lock gets the Raiders? No. Who does he play?
Yeah.
Raiders? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And then Breeze is up against, I'm forgetting the matchup, San Fran, I think, right?
Yeah. So yeah, Breeze against San Fran.
I'll go with Drew Brees there. I think Drew Lock and him are pretty close. I think they're like back end QB2s for me, like 18 and 17 or something like that. So I'll go with Drew Brees. He's got a little bit more of a ceiling, I guess, because Michael Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders are now back.
I'm going Drew Lock, man. He's playing a lot better. I know that's not saying much, but we saw his ceiling. He could give you a little bit from the rushing end. Jerry Jeudy's been playing like a madman. I think KJ Hamler, the way he's been playing has gone so under wraps, but he's actually looked really good out there as well. Obviously, you still got Noah Fant, Tim Patrick. The running game hasn't really been doing as much. Now, this could be definitely a get-right game for the running game because the Raiders are #not good against the run. But ultimately here, I still think that I like the overall package that Drew Lock can beat you with in terms of adding your fantasy points instead of what Drew Brees is. Because ultimately here, if Drew Brees isn't throwing for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns, he just doesn't have a high fantasy football floor, given that he has absolutely no rushing type of production.
Yeah, I don't think either of these guys are excellent quarterback options, but I think they're both usable. Okay, so Parker, Landry, Montgomery, 1 for flex.
AB as well.
Oh, and AB. Okay, sorry.
Monty.
Okay, so I think Jarvis Landry is the safest play there because we saw him get 11 targets in the game without Odell Beckham Jr. that they've played thus far because they were on bye last week. And that was a bad weather game too. So the fact that he got 11 targets in that game is really good to see for Jarvis Landry. But I think I'll go with Montgomery if I need floor and AB if I need ceiling is probably what I'm going to go with.
Agree with that. Well worded there.
I'll go with Corey Davis. That's probably not even that close for me.
Agreed. Breda, Duke Johnson, or Drake? Duke Johnson's for sure going to be one because David Johnson is not playing in this game.
Yeah, but again, like I said with concussion protocols, though, it doesn't necessarily he doesn't necessarily have to practice. He apparently he's doubtful, he could clear it Saturday night.
Apparently he's doubtful.
Oh, is he doubtful? Okay, then maybe he's not expected to play. Then is what doubtful means. So,
and the other option being, in my opinion, would be Matt Breida.
I don't think Drake's going to play either.
Yeah, and even if he does, give me the potential that Matt Breida may have.
Matt Breida might not play either.
Yeah,
he's going with a hamstring. You're in bad shape right now. And
you got hurt running bikes.
Yeah,
Duke Johnson's the one for sure.
I'll say Matt Breida, but if Drake plays, I think I would play him over Matt Breida because I don't think Matt Breida is 100% either.
Yeah, I agree there. Rest of the season, Burrow went Tua, so Burrow's going to be my number 1 there. And
I think I take Wentz over Burrow.
Really? Eh?
Yeah, dude. The way the weapons coming back for Wentz, he's been a top 12 quarterback with no weapons. So I'll take Wentz just because it's a bit safer. And Burrow's got a bit of a harder schedule coming up. He plays Pittsburgh this week. He still has to play them again. before the end of the season. I think he plays Baltimore one more time too.
Yeah.
So I think he's got a bit of a harder schedule. I think I'll go with Wentz just because he's starting to get. We haven't really seen Wentz's ceiling in a couple of years, and I think people are kind of forgetting how good he can be for fantasy.
For the record, I talked about, again, like Tua would be the 3 out of here, but that's not an indictment on Tua because I still think, I've talked about it on the waiver wire show, I think Tua's going to be a top 15 quarterback rest of the season. Like, I just think
he's playing like the way he just played, like, then yeah, he definitely is going to be.
But, yeah, here, let's get back up. Yeah, Bush.
Yeah, that's brutal. I can't believe that happened too, because I'd be 7-2 right now instead of 5-4, like I actually am. I'm in fourth place at 5-4 because there's like 6 teams that are 5-4, and I have the most points for it. But
yeah, dude, you want to hear how screwed up my league is? By the way, Gobi, rest in peace. How screwed up my league is, right? 9 teams are either 5-4 or 4-5. 9.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
Like 2nd to 10th place are all either 5-4 or 4-5.
I'm in a league where it's like the total opposite of that. There's like 2 8-1 teams, 2 7-2 teams, a 6-3 team, and then everyone else is like 3-5 or worse.
Jesus,
it's so weird. It's like totally the opposite.
But yeah, JT or Moss.
Call me crazy, but I'll start Zach Moss.
I don't call you crazy whatsoever. I mean, until we see, like, I'm forced to start JT in my one league.
Him too.
And I don't want to, but I have to because David Johnson got hurt.
That Breed is my other option.
Yeah, there you go. Hopefully JT doesn't fumble early because if he fumbles, it looks like he's going to get the Ronald Jones treatment.
If you're an owner of Jonathan Taylor, the best case scenario for you, if you have a good team and you have a playoff team, is that he goes off in this game and you can get rid of him.
Oh, 100%. Like, yeah. 100. That's the spot I'm looking for.
That's the dream scenario, is that Jonathan Taylor has like, and not even just goes off in terms of like looks good. I just mean like has a lot of fantasy points, like 2 touchdowns and like 70 yards rushing.
Even if he has like 25 carries for like 70 yards and he punches a couple of the end zone, like not in a good, efficient day by any means in a real
a Jordan Howard game.
Oh, like if as long as he puts up fantasy points, just try to sell him off because
No, I understand. I knew what you meant, Justin. I just didn't want to talk about that porous game.
It's playing Herbert or Rodgers. This one is
this
tough.
Week. I'll take Rodgers.
I don't know, man. I mean,
the Jags are the dead last.
I know.
Dead last.
Yeah, I'm going to agree as well because I just
Devontae Adams is going to have another 40-point game.
I forgot the Chargers were playing the Dolphins, to be fair, so I will go with the Rodgers. But man, like Justin Herbert is just
he looks like Aaron Rodgers.
You know what's crazy? Going into this year, I couldn't think of a proper prospect comparison to what fucking Trevor Lawrence could be. Like, if Justin Herbert keeps playing the way he is it crazy to say that Trevor Lawrence might be
Justin Herbert?
Like, really?
No, it's not crazy. They have the same like kind of skill set: big arms, athletic,
6'6". Like,
yeah.
I don't know who else to compare him to.
Trevor Lawrence. I think Trevor Lawrence is going to be his own comparison, to be honest.
Dude, he's going to be a top 3 quarterback in the NFL. I'm telling you that right now.
I think he has a chance to win MVP his rookie year if he goes to a good team.
Really?
Yeah. I think he's that good. If he goes to the Jets, that's not going to happen, obviously. But if he goes to, I don't know, if there could be a Godfather trade. You know, that could happen, right?
Yeah.
If the Jets get the first pick, and if by some miracle they're dumb enough to pass on Trevor Lawrence, they could trade the first pick for like 3 ones.
Yeah. And I've said this before. This is fucked up. I know. Again, I view Dak as the third best.
If you get the first pick, you have to pick Trevor Lawrence.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I don't care who team you are. I literally don't care who your unless your quarterback is named Patrick Mahomes, Deshaun Watson, Kyler Murray.
I'm not picking over Watson or Murray.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't pick Trevor Lawrence if I was Houston.
Dude, I think
Dak would never have to make that decision because they don't have a 1.
I think Dak is the 3rd best quarterback in the NFL. But if they get the first overall pick, they're taking Trevor.
Well, he's not on your team as of next year, though. So
that's fair. Okay.
If he's under contract, I wouldn't pick Trevor Lawrence.
Now, if I'm looking at it from face value, I understand the aspect. Like, yes, you don't want to just value these quarterbacks or these college quarterbacks based off their potential because they haven't proven it in the NFL. This one is just different. He's going to
different. And honest to God, honestly, dude, Fields is pretty different too.
He's amazing too. But I would not move on from Dak for
Fields. Is like the Jack Eichel of this draft, man.
Justin Fields is Dak Prescott, in my opinion. Like I've said it so many fucking times.
Do you agree with that comp though? That's what I'm going to comp Justin Fields to. He's Jack Eichel because he's in the same draft as Connor McDavid.
No, I agree with that. And Jack Eichel would have been a fine first overall pick in so many other years. Even a couple years ago, fucking what was the NBA draft? It was the big hype one too.
Zion and RJ.
Or even Zion and John Morant.
John Morant, that's what I'm thinking.
Zion and John Morant. That's basically what it is, in my opinion. Both are going to end up being superstars. One's going to be like a transcendent type talent.
Watch Trey Lance or Zach Wilson or Trey Lance be better than both of them in the NFL.
Call me crazy. I think Zach Wilson's going to be so good, man.
I think Zach Wilson's going to be good because he's going to go to the best team.
He's going to the Niners.
Because he's going to go like probably back end of the top 10 or something. He'll probably go to the best team.
He's going to go to the Niners. And
the Niners is exactly what I was thinking of.
I talked about it in the Discord as well. You know who's going to get Jimmy Garoppolo? He's going back to Big Bill.
That makes a lot of sense, yeah.
I mean, realistically, if you're the Niners, you ask for the Patriots like second and third round pick. They take
I don't even think it would cost that much.
Yeah, okay. Let's just say a second round pick. The Patriots take like a Waddle or a Jamar Chase, and then you get Jimmy Garoppolo with that later like pick. Like you can rebuild that offense in a year if you're the Patriots.
I mean, they already have a number one receiver in Jacoby Myers. So
he's so good, man. Here, let's get into some of these questions. Boyd or Anderson, who do I start? Let me just quickly brief the matchup for the let's go Bengals.
It's Cincinnati against Pittsburgh. And neither has a good matchup. Like, I mean, I guess Tyler Boyd has. I'm going to go with Tyler Boyd because he has the better matchup in terms of. I just think they're going to throw the ball more, I would say, and I think Boyd is in line for more volume. There's a chance that Carlton Davis is on Robbie Anderson, and they don't throw at Carlton Davis, and they throw to Curtis Samuel, DJ Moore, and Mike Davis instead. So I'm going to go with Tyler Boyd there.
Agreed there. And talking about Tyler Boyd, for example, we saw that the Pittsburgh nickel defender. Or their nickel cornerback, if you will, is their weakest corner. I mean,
I think Mike Hilton's out. So
no, he is out, and CeeDee Lamb was able to exploit that. Now they decided to cover CeeDee Lamb a couple times with a couple linebackers. Don't ask me why. They did that. They did the same thing with fucking Amari Cooper a couple times. The same thing against fucking like Michael Gallup. Like I don't know what they were doing from a defensive end. I guess we were just exploiting them well enough to get them into those looks. But either way, I'm probably going to go with Boyd here because I like the matchup for him in that slot, and Robbie Anderson could disappear with that matchup against Carlton Davis.
Okay, this is kind of like a layered question. Is he keeping the job he had last week where he had 28 touches? Absolutely not.
No.
As long as Drake is out, he's going to be the workhorse back of this team. He had 94% of snaps last week, but when Drake comes back, Edmonds is not droppable. You want to roster him because he's an elite handcuff, and two, you want to roster him because he's probably going to be a top 30 running back in his own right.
Yeah, no, easily, especially in this landscape. Like he's a higher upside.
Danny cutting out again.
Okay, what I said, if you can hear me now.
He's a higher upside Leonard Fournette is what I heard, which is exactly how I feel about him. Jared Bowling says, okay, so Tim Duncan and Reggie Miller played in like the 90s and early 2000s. I'm talking this century. Yeah. Like the only person I can think of is Dirk Nowitzki, who's been on the same team his whole career from like the time I've started watching basketball. I was born in 98.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I was born in 2000. But I personally would prefer the Philly defense because I like the matchup better. But I mean, you're not crazy for starting the Colts defense, the number one defense in fantasy football.
I think it's crazy. I think it's crazy not to start Philly's defense against Daniel Jones.
I agree, but I'm saying like on face value, if you didn't have the Philly defense and you had to start the Colts
because the Colts defense, you don't want to drop them, and you probably don't want to drop or roster two defenses, right? So I think if you have the Colts defense or the Ravens defense, I think is really high up in fantasy right now, or the Bucks defense or the Chiefs defense,
Steelers,
or the Dolphins defense is also pretty good. Just I wouldn't stream defenses. Those are top 5 defenses right now, and they're all been pretty consistent.
Yeah, the Steelers too.
Yeah, the Steelers as well. Yeah, like those defenses, I'm okay starting in most matchups. Obviously, the Colts going up against the Titans is not a good matchup because it's a good offense, but they'll still probably make some mistakes, and their O-line can give up some sacks and all that kind of stuff.
Agree there. What's good, fellas? I have a lot of solid wide receivers. Start 2-1 flex. Okay.
Terry's not leaving your lineup.
Yeah, no, the first two are locks. Then it would honestly come down to.
I think I would start Woods against the Seahawks unless Alexander isn't going to play for the Packers.
I think Alexander.
Even if he is, man, I still might even start Woods.
No,
even if Alexander's out, I still would probably start Woods just because it's the Seahawks.
Fair, man. I think Chark is just going to blow up again this week. I don't know what. I
do have to start him now because I can't start J.K. Dobbins anymore, or at least I'm probably not going to because Ingram's probably going to play.
Yeah, fuck. It's just, yeah. I agree there. Rob or T.J. Hawkinson. This gonna sound bold, but with George Kittle out, I view T.J. Hawkinson as the tight end 3 for the rest of the season.
Really? Yeah.
Spicy.
Behind Waller and Kelsey, right?
Waller and Kelsey. Yeah. If I were to kind of rank them right now, again, you got Hawkinson, you got like Gronk, Fant, Goddard, Andrews in that area. I don't know. For the record, I just saw ECR. Why the fuck is Evan Ingram already at 6 again?
I don't know. He has one good game, and they're just ready to launch him right back up there.
That guy can piss off.
If Jonathan Taylor has a 2-touchdown game in this one, he'll be RB5 in consensus next week.
Yeah. No, I agree. Here, let's get to these. Also have the same dilemma as last week. Dobbins, but I can understand if you're going for upside, putting Antonio Brown in over Dobbins.
I think it's the two receivers pretty easily for me. As I mentioned, Ingram is expected to play, so I will go with Antonio Brown and Jerry Jeudy. I think with Ingram playing, it probably downgrades J.K. Dobbins to like RB26 or something like that. I would start him over. Like, actually, I'm going to adjust my rankings live right now so I can tell you where I kind of think of J.K. Dobbins with Ingram coming back.
By the way, that rankings video is going to come up for you guys on Saturday, so stay tuned for that. Let me just adjust. Wow, okay, you know what? I'm happy. Consensus did not overrate Jonathan Taylor this week.
Yeah.
Consensus has Taylor at 25. Actually, I might have put him there myself, to be honest.
Okay, I think speaking of Jonathan Taylor, I think J.K. Dobbins would be one spot ahead of Jonathan Taylor, even with Ingram playing for me.
Yeah.
I have Zach Moss at 23, J.K. Dobbins now at 24, and Jonathan Taylor at 25. So that's kind of what I think of J.K. Dobbins. He's a very back-end RB2.
Damn, so you probably have David Johnson out then.
I had him at 17 before. So I moved Darrell Henderson, Antonio Gibson, Melvin Gordon, DeAndre Swift, Ronald Jones, Jerick McKinnon, and Zach Moss ahead of J.K. Dobbins just now.
For the record, as crazy as it sounds, Duke Johnson would be a
I haven't adjusted Duke Johnson yet because I don't know if David Johnson's going to play or not.
Yeah, I got to adjust these rankings a ton tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, I will too. So.
But, I agree with you in that aspect. Johnny or Andrews, they both suck. Give me Andrews because the targets have still been there. It's just Lamar's fucking can't hit the broadside of a barn.
Yeah, so, I mean, I don't really see how Jonnu sucks. If you look at...
They don't suck. They just...
Realistically, outside of the game he left early, he's had 2 bust games.
Yeah.
So, I mean... Here comes a lot of lagging and glitchy comments.
Can you see this?
Yeah, I got you.
Oh, okay. Jimmy Graham is also pick him up. He's top.
Oh, you missed Nicholas's question there.
Where?
Which 2 running backs should I play this week? Right above where Spicy Hot Taco was.
It doesn't even show up on my screen.
Okay, well, Nicholas Corbin says, which 2 running backs should I play this week? Gibson, Bernard, Wilkins, Ingram, Breida. I have CMC also. So CMC's probably out for this game. Definitely out, I would almost say. I would start Antonio Gibson for sure. And then if Joe Mixon is out, you throw Gio Bernard into your lineup. And if Joe Mixon is not out, I would probably start Matt Breida of those other guys. That's probably what I would go with. And then, so then Spicy Hot Tacos questions, the next one there.
Why does that not show up on the StreamYard?
No idea.
Jimmy Graham, you pick him up. He's
top 10 it's probably because that's when you left the call.
Oh, got you. Yeah, he's top 10 tight end in my opinion. Ebron, a good start this week, or should I find someone else? I need a backup for Kelsey.
So Kelsey's on bye. Ebron's fine start. You're good.
Would you give Jefferson, Reed, and Breeze for Robinson and Hooper? So Justin Jefferson.
Absolutely, I would do that.
Not a question.
Breeze should be borderline waiver wire quarterback, as is Jordan Reed as a tight end. And Austin Hooper with Odell out is a top 12 tight end rest of season, in my opinion. Yeah. And Jefferson for Robinson isn't even close.
Yeah, no, I agree. It might be the bandana trying to the color. I was like, JT.
I'll go DJ Moore there.
Call me crazy, man.
You're not starting Jalen Reagor over DJ Moore.
I'm kidding. I'm starting Moore, but like spiritually, I want to start Reagor, but objectively, I'm starting Moore.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I almost had you there, though. Will Fuller, not even close.
Will Fuller for sure. Will Fuller, you don't sit him the way he's playing.
Yeah, I fucking threw some unnecessary shade on him last week. He absolutely disrespected me on that, or I disrespected him on that because he balled the fuck out.
Yeah. He's low-key. Okay, one thing I just want to bring up real quick. Okay, never mind. I literally was about to say, how come every time we have a prediction show before a primetime football game, everyone on the panel picks the exact same team?
Oh, yeah. Who do you have?
Titans.
Yeah, Titans.
But I think the Colts are going to win because it's Thursday Night Football. And shit happens. They all picked the Titans. What do you think? Except one guy picked the Colts, which is what I just said. I was like, oh, man, they just proved me wrong. I was just about to say they all picked the same shit.
Fant or Goddard? Give me Fant.
Yeah, I'll take Fant.
You think I will go to the playoff? Yeah, you're laughing.
Dude, you have three of the best 6 running backs in fantasy.
Yeah,
and 2 of the top 3.
I jumped the gun. If you could deal with the depth right now, I don't mind going for the upside of Eckler for the playoffs.
Spicy hot taco. I tried to make the exact trade, and the Eckler owner laughed in my face. So, you stole him, in my opinion. I think if you can trade CEH for Eckler right now, I would absolutely do it because CEH's playoff schedule, as Mike talked about on the trade targets video today, is terrible. CEH's playoff schedule is absolutely terrible.
Yeah, I mean, Jordan Wilkins' playoff schedule is actually pretty decent.
Yeah, the starting running back for the Indianapolis Colts.
Thanks for help anytime, Bilal. McKinnon or Chubb? If Chubb plays, you don't see Chubb.
Yeah.
Full
PPR, give me DJ Moore.
Yeah. Which 4 should I start full PPR? So
so give me Chark and Edmonds for sure.
Yeah, Boyd.
Yeah, Boyd for sure in a full PPR. And then it comes down to Ayuk, Gibson, and DJ Moore there probably for me. I don't think I would start Reagor over any of those guys.
I'm going Ayuk, man.
I'm thinking Ayuk as well, but Gibson is kind of intrigued. I think I'd go Ayuk because Gibson doesn't really have a high floor.
He's banged up right now too.
He is banged up. Yeah, I actually forgot about that. So I would go with Ayuk, Chark, Boyd, and Edmonds there. Yeah,
no, I agree there. So you need 2 running backs, 2 receivers, and 2 flexes. So Miles Sanders and Josh Jacobs are already locked in your lineup, in my opinion. A receiver, I would say Allen Robinson and
DJ Chark, I think.
Yeah, would probably be the next 2 locks.
And then 2 flexes, I'd probably go with Juju and Chase Edmonds as the flexes.
Man, I might be. Is it crazy if I go Higgins over Juju, man?
Yeah, it is.
If it would be safe, I think because the target share that he's been having these last few weeks has just been insane. Like he's gotten 14, 10, and 9 targets in like the last 3 games.
He's been a target machine, and he plays the Bengals defense as opposed to on the other side of the ball, Higgins plays the Steelers defense.
Sure. Yeah. No, I'm definitely down, especially even though the Steelers don't have a quote unquote great pass defense, they can get after the fucking quarterback, and that can ultimately affect the timing between Burrow and Higgins, like indirectly, if you will. So, I'd go Juju. I know I thought about it for a second, but yeah, it's Juju.
That's close. That one is close.
Yes. Man,
I want to look where I have him ranked right now because I actually don't even.
I'm riding the hot hand, man. I'm riding with the Judy man himself. It's close as heck, though.
I have T. Higgins at 27 and Judy at 29, so I would go with T. Higgins.
I would slightly go Judy because like the way he's just been fucking heating up these last few weeks, man. Like,
yeah, it's a good matchup too. You know what? I'm gonna change my mind. I would go Judy as well.
Yeah, there you go. Herbert or Allen is a fucking.
That's not close for me. That's Allen easily.
I just saw the matchup against Arizona. It's Allen. Like if you're looking at it on face value without actually taking into the matchup,
if they both had good matchups, it'd be a lot closer. But because Allen has a good matchup and Herbert doesn't, I'll go with Allen.
Yeah, no, I agree there. If they had like again neutral type matchups each, it would be neck and neck. But Allen against Arizona may be a top 3 overall quarterback for me on the week.
Yeah.
And Herbert's probably be close to the 7 or 8 tape area. So if that helps you, again, like I think Allen could be a top tier quarterback one this week, while Herbert could be like a middle to low end quarterback one, given the matchup, if you will.
for sure.
Although I know it is hard trying to sit Herbert given how good he's playing. Allen's one of the few guys I actually would sit him for.
Okay, so let me just give you a hypothetical here. Let's say the Jets get the first pick. They want to hold on to Sam Darnold, right? They don't want to. They don't want to pick Trevor Lawrence for whatever reason. This could happen. It's not crazy. San Francisco wants Trevor Lawrence, right? San Francisco's picking 9 or 10. What does it take to get him? 3 1s and 3 2s?
It'd probably be the offer that he put out there.
You think so?
In all honesty,
I don't think it would take quite that much. I think it would probably be like 3 1s, a 2, and a 3 or something like that.
I think he would take at least 2 2s and a 3. So like maybe you save an extra second and third there, but
what if he threw in a player too? What if you gave him 3 1s and McGlinchey?
Oh, first of all, McGlinchey's a free agent, I believe, after the year. So
that's why I think you could trade him in that deal.
But if you're the Jets, you know that it's hard.
You have bookend tackles.
I get that, but like realistically, are you going to be able to convince McGlinchey to stay?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, you can convince him that you got a bright future. If you have a good coach, if you actually hire a good coach, which probably won't happen, but
all McGlinchey would need to know is how the organization is run, that you're trading out of the pick of Trevor Lawrence because of Sam Darnold.
Yeah, pretty much. That's true.
Okay, well, let's say the Cowboys get the first pick, hypothetically. The Jets win a couple games. The Cowboys lose the rest of their games. Cowboys go 2-14, get the first pick because they have the best. Or
if the Cowboys get the first pick, they're going to pick Trevor Lawrence. They're not going to pay Dak if they have Trevor Lawrence on the board.
I agree. That would be the only player I would ever even like think about that situation. But hypothetically, say they said no, like they're doubling down, they're going for the package. A team like San Francisco, we would need young, talented players on rookie deals. We can't trade for veteran talents because realistically, in terms of cap space, if you're selling that pick and you're paying Dak, you want to build.
You're not going to get the first pick, dude. Your team is better than that.
I don't know, man.
When Dalton comes back, you're going to win 4 games.
I doubt that.
Like on the season. I guarantee you win 3 or 4 games in the season.
I could see us going 4-12. I don't think we're going to go 5-11 or something like
possible,
that.
Dude. I don't think your team's that bad. I think the Jets and the Jags are significantly worse than you. And I think the Washington football team and the Giants are worse too.
Oof,
actually, maybe not the Giants. The Giants are defense. It's actually kind of stepping up.
And also, for the record, Washington football teams just weeks ago about 12 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's run through these.
Can you hear me?
This game is starting right now.
Am I lagging?
Yeah, a little bit. Forgot to ask. I've got Fant and Goddard in my other league. Still Fant. Yeah, I would still start Fant there.
Yeah.
Robert Hunt, Steph Curry. Louisiana offensive lineman, Robert Hunt.
Yeah, no, we always say that.
We haven't seen you in a while, Robert.
He's saying Steph Curry because he said like superstars.
Oh, right. Yeah, I guess, yeah. Steph Curry's been on.
Like Klay Thompson, too.
Yeah, Klay Thompson, too.
Thoughts on Thielen? I would need to know the price that you would trade him for because I saw him as a top.
Okay, so if you're worried about Adam Thielen, to be honest, I wouldn't be because teams starting to focus on Justin Jefferson is a good thing. It helps Adam Thielen. It's what he had when he had Stephon Diggs on his team.
Yeah, no, I agree. I still view him as like a top 15 type of receiver, kind of like what we said going into the year, what he would be.
Yeah, exactly. Johnny. Oh, that's not Johnny. That's 41. Never mind.
Interesting. I like the right side, as crazy as that sounds.
DJ Chark, DJ Moore, Antonio Gibson. Yeah, I prefer that. I think give me Chark is the best asset right now, I would say. It's pretty close between Chark and Zeke, who's the best asset there. But I'm not optimistic that Zeke is much better than Chark, if at all. So
is it crazy to say that I might think
DJ Moore and Mike Williams is actually closer than you might think, though, I think.
I also might think that Gibson is closer to Zeke than we would think too.
Yeah.
Like Zeke is a worse David Montgomery in terms of situation. Obviously he's a more talented player, but in terms of
there goes Sir Arthur James already getting me points.
No. Fuck. Colts. Appreciate that, Javon. Love you too. Yeah, there you go. Everybody's doing that deal.
Yeah, maybe I just play in a league where people hate CEH, but I got roasted real hard for picking him at 6, and after week 1, it looked like a really good idea.
Yeah. See you guys Sunday. Go Titans. Go Titans. Hopefully Corey Davis can ball the fuck out. Chubb or McKinnon PPR, my bad. Oh, yeah, Chubb. Had to play Taylor today. I know, I'm in the same spot.
Everyone's sad about playing JT. Who's down? Oh, that's a Colts defender. We're good.
Gronk. Oh, yo, your boy. Look.
What? Oh, Trey Burton? Yeah, absolutely. He is my boy.
Standard pick 2. Fulgham, Johnson. Should I start? You should. I absolutely would.
I would
not
start those 3 wideouts.
Yeah, I absolutely would not start McKissick over any of those wideouts because you got 3 like top 25 overall wideouts there, top 30 at minimum. So, yeah, okay. Yeah, T and Fulgham would be the top 2 in my opinion, but I would still start Johnson over McKissick.
Really? You'd say T Higgins over Deontay? I wouldn't. I'd take Deontay over T Higgins.
They're close, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's fair. Just show you Goff for you're chilling. That's easy. That's like a straight.
Yeah, I think you could. I don't know if I want to roster 3 tight ends. I think probably drop Irv Smith there. Probably, I don't know, to be honest. I honestly don't know.
Hey, I'm rostering 3 tight ends in my one league just because there's nothing else on the waiver wire to really
if there's
have.
Nothing else on the waiver wire, I don't hate it.
Actually, you know what? The problem is because the 3 tight ends I have are Hawkinson, Irv Smith, and Jonnu. Now,
I'd drop Irv Smith if I were you.
I'm thinking about dropping Irv Smith and just like stashing Burkhead just in case he what's his face
I would rather have Burkhead.
Yeah, so I'm actually doing that right now. Believe it. Oh, this is the wrong league. I am okay. But yeah, let's enter these last couple questions and head the fuck off.
I personally would drop Irv Smith.
Yeah, agreed. Who wins this trade? Thielen and Brown or Cup and pretty fair.
I think Thielen's the best asset there, but not by a whole lot. I think Crowder plus Cup you're getting 2 solid wide receiver 2s there, and John Brown's more of like a back end wide receiver 3 type. So if you need 2 receivers in this trade, you need 2 like startable like every week guys. I think I'm going to go Cup and Crowder. But if you're looking to upgrade to a stud, I'm not exactly sure which side of this trade you're on. But if you want a stud receiver like Adam Thielen, then I don't mind that if you have a lot of receiver depth. But I think the Cup and Crowder side wins a little bit.
Agreed. And then final thing is just my Trey Burner. Yeah, Gronk.
Yeah, not even close, by the way. You can drop Trey Burton. He sucks.
Oh, I know. AJ has
let's go, AJ.
All right. Take it easy, y'all. We'll see you back on what day is it? It's Thursday. We'll see you back Sunday. We'll quickly say this. I have no problem dropping Bell if there's better options for you on the waiver wire. I mean,
my guess is that there probably isn't though, so I think I'd probably stick with Bell there.
Yeah, I agree. All right, Luke's waxing. Slow down. Okay, you're going to time out for a little bit, Lucas.
Is that your cousin?
Yeah.
All right.